Dunkeld House Hotel. We're going to do some filming and we're going to talk about the album. Follow me into the heat and the warmth of this beautiful hotel.
And I'm with Maree Deeley here, and we're in Dunkeld, near where Maree lives. Maree, have you lived in this beautiful part of the country a long time?
Well, I have lived in Perthshire for 25 years, so I guess it's a long time.
Yes, it's a beautiful place, and I'm sure very inspiring for your songwriting. Have you always written songs? Is this something that's been with you all your life?
It has really. I guess I was writing poetry with a view to moving it on to songs when I was probably 9 years old. A while ago.
Yeah. Well, I think these things are with you your whole life. Now, you're also an artist, you're a painter. And is this something as well which has been an ongoing feature of your life?
It has, yes, but it very much was shelved, sadly, at an early age. And but of course it was still living there at the back of my head somewhere, and it just had to come forward. It had to be given life to, which it has. And I've had several exhibitions now.
Ah, great. So when you're exhibiting your work, do you tend to have a theme on that exhibition, or is it just new works you've been working on?
A bit of both, to be honest with you. But there is a wonderful theme through a title which is Between Two Worlds, which is an absolutely amazing piece of work. But of course, it's not whole now because I've been selling the paintings.
Ah,
so,
yeah.
You know, it
so gradually they go out and they find their place in the world.
Yes, they do.
Of course, along with many other singers, notably Tony Bennett, Andy Williams, and also actor Tony Curtis, you're an artist as well as being involved in other areas of show business.
That's right.
And that leads me on to your poetry, because you're also a very noted poet, and you've had a few albums now of your poetry out, and your poetry's been featured in a lot of national newspapers.
It has. Yes,
so
over the years since probably about the late 70s, and it was featured quite heavily by, and I always will have an affinity to them, Glasgow Herald, as it was then, because they would take full back page spreads in what used to be called the Weekender.
Yeah, yeah.
And yes, that was really lovely, and things took off from there in a big way.
Well, exactly. And then the poetry is, of course, so linked to lyric writing and songwriting.
Totally. They really are intrinsically linked.
And that brings me on to your wonderful album, Dreaming on the Edge. Now, Dreaming on the Edge, on a listen, is a lovely mixture. It has some very classic songs on it. It has songs from different, more popular fields, and then really the real linchpin in the middle of it all are the songs which you have written yourself, some of which you've written the lyrics to, other people have supplied music, some you've written the music and the lyrics.
Yes, that's right.
And there are other original songs which have been given to you. And I think this gives the whole album a kind of coherence that it wouldn't have if you were just doing your takes on these other great songs.
Thank you. I think, yes, that would be a good way to describe it. And, you know, I've never liked, if I've bought an album, maybe specifically because of one song, and then find that there's maybe two I like, so I wanted to create something that had 38 that you really could dip into and like most of them. Yeah. Rather than just one or two.
Yes, it's an epic work. And
Thank you.
Yes, it is an epic work. And I think the wonderful thing is that you can keep on listening to it, and if, you know, you're not in the mood for one kind of song, well, you can just gradually discover other things and other sides. There's serious ones, there's fun ones, there's many kinds of atmospheres.
Jazzy ones.
Yeah.
Yes, and epic ballads.
Very many songs. And this album that you've released, of course, is going to be followed up by another album shortly, and you've already done quite a a lot of recording for that.
A lot of recording has been done, yes. It's sort of sitting there in the wings, just ready to take off.
And
Quite excited about it.
And do you have, for instance, a lot of new original songs on that album as well?
I do. I think there's about 8 or 10 at the moment.
Yeah.
So I guess that's quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I have 1 or 2 that are still tucked under the wings, ready to come out.
You were telling me in an earlier interview that you were quite interested in other languages, and you were singing nowadays quite a lot in Italian.
Yes, there's a beautiful Italian song just waiting to burst out there, waiting to be recorded, and I'm looking at a French one as well, which I would really love to do.
Now, it's Christmas time, we're by the tree, and
Beautiful.
I gather you've written a song, Perfect Christmas, which you've recorded and are going to release this Christmas.
That's right. I'm just waiting to take delivery on it. I'm very excited about that because I had a goal, and it was to write a Christmas song that wasn't predominantly like all the Christmas songs we hear all the time. It was something new, had a message in it. And a lot of people, when you listen to them, they say, oh, I didn't have a good Christmas. What is a perfect Christmas? Yeah. So I hope I've conjured up the perfect Christmas in this song. And really, I hope that everybody listens to it and gains something out of it and doesn't just say, oh, another Christmas song. So, it's kind of special.
I'm sure it will be. And we'd like to wish you a perfect Christmas, Maree.
And I hope you have one too.
And I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more from you in the new year to follow.
I'm sure you are. Thank you.